Hi, I'm Steinar from Amok Equipment. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through everything you need to know about our award-winning hammock, the Amok Draumr. If you're a side sleeper or a stomach sleeper, or someone who just can't get comfortable in a banana-shaped hammock, the Draumr, it may be a game changer for you. Amok is a Norwegian company. We're based in Norway, and Draumr is Old Norse language and it means to dream. And you're gonna get really sleepy and dreamy in a Draumr, I can almost promise you. And by the end of this video, I hope you get a really good understanding of how the hammock system works and which setup is the right one for you. Behind me, I've got the Draumr and the Draumr Ultralight. Both hammock models offer the same functionality, but there are a few differences worth noticing. First, stating the obvious. The Ultralight is made of a lighter fabric, which cuts off about 1/3 of the weight, and it packs smaller. With the lightweight fabric, be a little bit more careful than with the regular one, even though it's super strong. And maybe the third thing worth mentioning is this one, you might feel the breeze and wind a little bit more than in the regular Draumr, which offers more wind protection. Draumr and Draumr Ultralight come in two lengths. We have standard length, long wide, and XL. We recommend the standard length for everyone up to 180 centimeters. And the XL for everyone above 180 centimeters. And if you're under 180 centimeters, there's really no reason to go for the XL version because it will offer less support under your knees and in your back. It will be more difficult to reach the bug net zipper. So if you're under 180 centimeters, go for long wide. All Draumr hammocks must be used with an inflatable sleeping pad. The pad helps achieve the unique flat lay and they insulates you. So in a Draumr hammock, you don't need an underquilt like you do in traditional hammocks. All of our pads, they come in two lengths, XL and long wide. They can be used on all of your outdoor adventures, but when selecting a pad for your Draumr hammock, consider that you have to have the same length on your hammock as your pad. For the standard length long wide hammock, use a long wide pad, and for the XL hammock, use an XL pad. For the XL hammock, you have to use our pad because no one else manufactures these long pads. But for the standard length long wide, there are numerous brands that offer the same kind of pad with the baffles going in this direction and the same dimension. So you can also use other pads. This is Fjøl. It's our best value pad. It offers great 3-season insulation. You can use it in the summer and you can use it even on relatively cold days in the spring and in the autumn. This is Fjøl Winterlight. It's our most insulated pad and it's for 4-season use year-round. I would also recommend it for everyone who tends to get cold at night. I would use the Fjøl Winterlight year-round. It's easy to open your sleeping bag to regulate the temperature, so your go-to pad if you tend to get cold at night. Fjøl Ultralight. It's our lightest pad and it packs super compact. It's for everyone who wants to carry less. It's a 3-season pad, but we wouldn't recommend it for cold weather camping. With an inflatable sleeping pad in your hand, you're all set for a night in the Draumr. Inside the stuff sack, you will find the hammock with its integrated bug net. You will find suspension straps that are 290 centimeters long. You can buy extra long straps as an add-on if you live in an area with really huge trees or the trees are sparsely populated. You'll also find two aluminum poles for the hammock's head and foot end. It helps stretch out the fabric. Now let's set up the hammock and I'll show you how everything works. We dare to say that Amok offers the world's easiest to use hammock suspension system. You don't need to tie any knots, you just put it straight up. The suspension straps comes with a loop and a buckle. I'm going to show you how you attach it to the trees. You place the strap with the loop around the tree. There you go, you have the loop. Then you have the end with the buckle. You're gonna pull that one through the loop. So now you have the buckle. You can leave it on the tree and do the same on the other side. Now let's set up the hammock itself. The hammock has a color coding. You have one end with a red loop and you have the other end with a green loop. Now imagine sitting inside the hammock. You want this view, then you're gonna put up the red side on your left hand and the green side goes on your right hand. Now attaching the buckle on the strap to the hammock. You want the pointy end of the strap buckle facing toward the tree. So you put it inside like this. This is both for the Draumr and the Draumr Ultralight. You want the buckle facing the tree. If you place it the other way around, it might slip. You can easily tighten the straps by pulling the strap this way, and you can loosen by pulling the flap here to loosen it. Tightening, loosening the strap. You want to have the straps angled at about 30 to 45 degrees, like you can see here. But most importantly, you want the ridge line over here to be flat or level. So by adjusting a little bit on the height of your straps and adjusting up and down here, you adjust so the ridge line above the hammock is perfectly flat. Now let's inflate a sleeping pad and place it inside the hammock. I usually place the pad above the ridge line just to avoid the dirt and doing any damage to the pad. So I find the wall, put it on top here. The hammock's stuff sack, it's attached to the hammock and it can be used for storing gear. So now I'm putting the stuff sacks for the pad inside there. All of our pads, they come with a pump bag included. So you attach the pump bag to the wall on the pad. You want to fill the pump bag with as much air as possible. In windy weather, it's easier. And you simply continue filling air until it's completely full. You can also inflate If it's very still like now, you can use your breath to fill the bag, but not too close. You don't want moisture inside the bag and inside the pad. So do it on the way distance. And continue filling. And when it comes to the amount of air to put inside the pad, this comes down to individual preference, but often I would recommend not inflating it too hard, because a bit softer pad, it might adjust better to your body. But again, individual preference, so do whatever you feel like. When inserting at least our pads, remember to look at where the valve is placed. You want to insert the pad with the valve in the upper right corner. When you put it inside, you have a zipper. On the regular Draumr, on the Ultralight, you don't have a zipper, but you have a pocket. So on both models, so the sleeping pad holds its place really well. Now you can see here that the valve come out of this pocket, so you can adjust the air from inside the hammock as well. Now place the aluminium poles at the head and the foot end of the hammock. This is not required, but you get a roomier feeling inside if you use them. At the bottom, you have a small pocket, and you place it inside those two. Same at the head end. When you get your new gear, we recommend you practice quite a lot before you head out on an adventure. Just like any other gear you get, test it in your backyard first, get to learn how things work, set it up a couple of times. And with the Draumr hammock, we recommend practicing getting in and out several times until it gets second nature getting in and out. At first, it might be a little bit tricky, but when you get it, it's really easy. I'm gonna demonstrate you how I do it. I've seen different videos on YouTube. You can do this in different ways, but this is the way we at Amok recommend doing it. Going in from the side. You want to sit in the middle above the pockets here. So this is the balance point of the hammock above here. So you can enter from the side, and you can always have your feet in the ground before you go in. So taking it slowly. You can put your hand basically anywhere on the sides here except the pockets. Those are more fragile, but holding on, for example, here and here on the side panels, still standing on my feet. Push or bend the hammock slightly down. Now I still have my feet in the ground. I sit, and then you can just move in. You feel you're balanced. Still one foot in the ground, and get in. Doing it again from the other side. Going in really slowly. You can hold on anywhere here. you want to sit in the middle, so push it down, sit, both feet in the ground, one foot in, second foot in, and you're there. Exiting, you can do on the same way, hold on to the side panel. You can sit all the way, you can have your feet in the ground. As long as you push, don't push your hand down here, push your hand where you have the balance point, and you can stand up easily. Now, getting in with a sleeping bag. I usually place it above the ridgeline. You could probably also place it behind here, the side pockets or whatever, but at least here it will not slide off. You're getting in the same way as you do without the sleeping bag inside. If it were wet on the ground here now, I would surely recommend having a ground sheet or whatever and putting your shoes, taking your shoes off before entering the hammock. Now that it's dry, you can enter with your shoes or take your shoes off when coming inside. So, just getting in, sitting here as usual. If you don't store your gear underneath, you can, for example, store your shoes up here when it's dry. Smelly. Now, entering the sleeping bag. You will find your sweet spot where you have perfect balance. That's also the easiest way to start getting into your sleeping bag. Now, simply always maintaining the balance in the middle, that's the important part. You can hold on to the sides here or the ridge line or whatever and slide the sleeping bag perfectly underneath you. You can move and wiggle quite a bit as long as you stay here in the middle. Surely no problem. Safe and secure. You can see easily if I go maybe a bit towards the foot end here, you will slide down like this. So keeping your balance here in the middle, figuring that out, that's the key to understanding Draumr, I would say. But to be honest, like now in sunny summer weather, and probably at least half of the times I camp every year, I don't use the sleeping bag fully zipped. Pull it open and use it simply as a top quilt. Because of the sleeping pad that is insulated, you still get a lot of warmth from the back here. You're often well off with leaving the sleeping bag open. As a side or stomach sleeper, the Draumr, it's a game changer compared to traditional hammocks. In the Draumr, you can easily sleep really flat on your side. And on your stomach as well. I'm a stomach sleeper myself, so I know. Now let's see how the integrated bug net works. The bug net is found on inside the side pocket here. It attaches with 3 zippers. That means you can get 2 openings wherever you want. It's perfect for grabbing gear underneath, getting out at night with the bug net on. When you zip it on, you still want to maintain the balance in the middle of the hammock. So instead of moving towards the foot end, you may slide. You bring the foot end toward you by pulling. So we recommend taking this zipper all the way around the hammock. Pull the foot end towards you. Now you can decide yourself where you want the openings to be, either here or in the back. For example, if you have some gear stored here, or you want to cook nice way apart. Inside here, you have a small pocket. Inside the pocket here, you have a thread supposed to be attached to a small loop here in the head end. You can tighten and pulling the bug net away from your head, so you have more room. For all the gear that you need to have really close by and not in your backpack or on a ground sheet beneath the hammock, we recommend having small or different size carabiners here. So you can set up a lamp here. You can have numerous dry bags or pack sacks and stuff. And you can clip on gear and store it right next to you. Additionally, you have a pocket here which holds up to an Nalgene 1 liter bottle. You have small storage pockets here. You can store. I typically put my clothes behind the side panels here to have them readily available, if not inside the sleeping bag. So you'll have plenty of storage opportunities inside the hammocks and underneath the hammock. Now I'm going to show you one of the most beloved features of the Draumr hammock, which is the share mode. From flat lay to seated position, you want to sit a little bit back here. Don't put the full weight of your feet down here. It will be difficult to tighten. So raise them up and you simply pull the strap here to loosen here at the bottom. You basically loosen so that it's easier to pull. Super easy to tighten the straps when you loosen in the back here first. To stay protected from wind, rain, snow or strong sun, you name it, you'll need a tarp. Our shoal tarps, they are designed specifically to match the footprint of the Draumr hammock. They're slightly extended at the foot end to cover where it matters the most, but they're also perfect to use with gather end hammocks or as a standalone tarp. The shoal tarps, they come in 2 sizes, 10 and 13 square meters. And my colleague behind the camera here, Cedric, he loves making videos. So if you want to learn about setting up the tarps, you can watch a separate video, also linked in the description below. Are you ready to try the Draumr hammock yourself? Click the link below to explore all models. And if you have any questions, reach out. We're happy to help you find the perfect setup.